In the previous lectures, we had discussed about diode rectifiers, which produces a DC output voltage from an AC signal, and the value of this DC output voltage in ideal conditions will be equal to the peak value of the AC input voltage. And also another circuit which we call it as the voltage multiplier, which will produce a DC output voltage which is equal to the multiples of the AC peak input voltage. So in these circuits, the output voltage actually depends upon the input voltage. When there is a variation in the input voltage, that will reflect in the output of these two circuits. But in almost all electronic devices and electrical appliances need a regulated or a stabilized voltage to operate. So this stabilization of the voltage or the regulation of the output voltage, irrespective of the variations in the input voltage, is obtained through a special type of devices called the voltage stabilizers. In this lecture, we will discuss about voltage stabilizers. So voltage stabilizer is a device which produces a constant output voltage irrespective of the variations in the input voltage and also variations in the load current or load resistance. The reason for changing the output voltage is either the variations in the input voltage or the variations in the load current or load resistance. Whenever the load varies, the output voltage may have a chance to vary, and also whenever there is a variation in the input signal or input voltage, the output will also vary. So a voltage stabilizer will regulate or gives a constant output voltage irrespective of the variations in the AC input voltage. Sorry, not only the AC, if there is a regulator, we can call it as DC form. So variations in the input signal or the variations in the load current or load resistance. In this lecture, we will discuss only about the simplest voltage stabilizer, and it is fulfilled by using a Zener diode. So before discussing the voltage stabilizers, we need to discuss the action of a Zener diode. As we know, an ordinary diode, when it is reverse biased, at a particular reverse voltage, we call it as the breakdown voltage, the current through the diode increases sharply. And this region is called the breakdown region, and ordinary diodes will burn out when it is connected in the reverse biased mode and it reaches the breakdown region. So if a diode is heavily doped, that means P region and N regions are heavily doped, the depletion layer will be very thin and the breakdown voltage will be very small. But if it is lightly doped, that is P region and N regions are lightly doped, then depletion layer will be very thick or very large, so the voltage breakdown voltage will be very large. By making a proper doping of the diodes, that means by a proper dop concentration, we can make this breakdown voltage very sharp, and the theory behind this breakdown was first explained by American scientist C. Zener. So sometimes this reverse breakdown voltage is called Zener voltage. There are particular type of diodes which are properly doped to have a sharp breakdown voltage, and such diodes are called Zener diodes. So Zener diode is a particular type of diode which is properly biased to have a sharp breakdown voltage. Remember that when a Zener diode is connected in a circuit, it will behave exactly like an ordinary diode when it is forward biased. When it is reverse biased, then it will have a sharp breakdown voltage, and during this breakdown it will not burn. The current through the Zener is not burned. Ordinary diodes are burned out when it enters the breakdown region, but Zener diodes are properly biased to have a particular type of value of current through it, and the current just because of entering into the breakdown region, the Zener diodes will not burn out. So that's the important case of Zener diode. So some of the points which we must remember while using a Zener diode is that a Zener diode is always reverse biased or connected in a reverse biased mode. So it will have a sharp breakdown voltage, and this sharp breakdown voltage is sometimes called simply breakdown voltage or the Zener voltage. Usually we denote it by the letter Vz. The current flowing through this Zener diode during the reverse bias condition, or the reverse current flowing through a Zener diode, is called the Zener current, usually represented by Iz. But remember that there is a maximum value for this Iz. When the current through the Zener diode increases that maximum value, then a Zener diode will also burn out. And when it is forward biased, when a Zener diode is forward biased, it will act exactly like an ordinary diode. So these are the things which we must remember while using a Zener diode. To get the action of a Zener diode, we must connect it to reverse bias, and remember that it has a sharp breakdown voltage which is called the Zener voltage. It is actually properly doped to have a sharp breakdown voltage. And the symbol of a Zener diode, ordinary diodes are having a head and the tail is represented by bar, and this head is the P region and this is the N region for an ordinary diode. But a Zener diode, this bar has been replaced by a Z, and this is P region and this is the N region. This is the representation of a Zener diode. So when this symbol comes anywhere, you can say that this one represents a Zener diode. So now this is the Zener diode. Now when a Zener is connected in a circuit, we have to consider what action it will perform. To consider any device or to analyze the action of or the working of any device in a circuit, in all previous lectures I have told you that the better way is to replace it by its equivalent circuit. So here also we have to consider the equivalent circuit of a Zener diode. For considering the equivalent circuit of a Zener diode, keep this thing in your mind. When it is reverse biased, it will have a sharp breakdown voltage, and when the voltage applied across the Zener exceeds this breakdown voltage or Zener voltage, there will be a current through it. And if you consider the characteristics of a Zener, you can say that this is the forward characteristics, and this is the forward voltage, and this is the current, and this is the reverse voltage, and this is the reverse current. So usually a Zener diode will have almost zero current until it reaches Vz, it will have a sharp breakdown voltage. So we can say that this beyond the voltages or beyond the Zener voltage, if the applied voltage is greater than the Zener voltage, it will have a almost a vertical graph like this. So now let's see the equivalent of Zener circuits. Suppose I am connecting a Zener diode in a circuit. Here it is a positive, here it is negative, and a load resistance RL. Suppose I am connecting like this. This is a Zener diode with a Zener breakdown voltage Vz, and I am applying a V in here. Now I can take two conditions. The first condition I am calling it as on state. That is, if the applied voltage V in is greater than or equal to Vz, then this can be replaced by the current will flow through this circuit, and the equivalent circuit will be will act as a voltage with a voltage source with a voltage Vz here. So the equivalent circuit will be, here it is, we are having Iz. So to be the equivalent circuit of Zener in the on state. That is, if Vi is greater than Vz, the Zener can be replaced by voltage source of voltage Vz. Now, if the applied voltage is less than the Vz, we call that condition as off state. That is, when V in is less than Vz, there is no current through this one. Ideally speaking, there is zero current flowing through the Zener. That means this part of the circuit will be open. So it will be like this. So whatever voltage will be appearing here. So this is Vi itself. So there is no current through this one. These are the two states of Zener when it is connected in a circuit in the reverse biased mode. That means when the applied voltage across this Zener is greater than the Zener breakdown or Zener voltage, then the Zener can be replaced by a source of voltage with a voltage Vz, voltage source with a voltage Vz, and if the applied voltage across the Zener is less than the Zener voltage, then it can be replaced by an open circuit. Now we are going to consider these two things to study the circuit containing the Zener and how it will perform the action of voltage stabilization. For that,